Morning. Start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So we have our club assembly today, and Tom just left. No, you're here. I was looking up. Where'd he go? For Sergeant of Arms?
Yes. Okay, will the microphone pick up if I just generally are loud?
Ask.
Jerry, can you hear me okay? I can't.
We can't hear
Except
you.
you're muted.
Yes, I can hear you. Hi, Jack.
Hi, guys.
I'll trip hazard. Anyway, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Club Assembly. I'm glad to be here. I hope everybody else is glad to be here as well. Let's see, is anybody happy today to be here?
No.
Willing to contribute $1.
I was ecstatic until I heard it was Club Assembly.
And now you're beyond.
I'm over the moon.
There you go, Tom. Thank you for moving away from the camera there a little bit. We Jack and yeah, there you go. Okay, all right.
Recording, yeah.
Yes, it is.
And you heard our class readings coming up this summer, isn't it?
July 7th or 8th, that's Friday. It's the 95th or?
Yeah, all 7 people are pretty excited. No, I think it's supposed to be the 50th, but it'll be 52 years since we graduated. And they're still surprised that I graduated. So, yes.
I guess now the club name is a big one, is that right?
Oh, it's getting close.
It is.
Okay, well,
I finally got that dinner.
I found this shirt,
My closet.
wow.
That's now,
I think I'm out of date.
That's an antique.
even the logo is out of date now.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, there you go. Is anybody late today? Morning, Ruth.
I had to go back home and get my phone.
Oh, good. Oh.
Yeah.
I finally get to put a fine down after being.
Yeah.
I wouldn't find our treasures there.
Just
Probably
saying.
not smart.
Very good.
Well, I'm excited. I'm signed up for the Rotary International Convention in Houston, Texas, first part of June. That's gonna be nice.
You ride your bike down there?
I'm taking it. I'm not gonna ride it. I have a friend who is riding his bike down there, and I think it's crazy.
Ralph?
Well, Ralph is, I have 2 friends. Actually. Ralph Duke is riding from here, and Edwin Velarde from California is gonna ride from Evanston down. He's gonna come through St. Louis. We're gonna try to get him to make a guest appearance at Club 11. And he's a member of the Rotary Action Group about diabetes, and I'm a board member of that too. But it's going to be a good conference. I don't think it'll be tremendously heavily attended. Airfare was pretty cheap to get there, so I thought about driving. I thought I have enough points just to fly. We'll have our first female president. Elected by,
Oh, Rotary.
yeah, Jennifer Jones from Windsor, Ontario, Canada.
Hi.
Put in all the papers.
Hey.
Hey. Yeah,
Good one, Jerry.
so, Jerry, where are you this morning?
I am at 15 Lake Road, Middletown, Missouri.
Okay.
Now, we don't know anything more than we did.
Yeah. Well, if you go west on Highway 70 and get to the Herman exit, instead of going south to Herman, go north. And we're about 25 miles off the highway to the north east.
You stopped that little wine store on the highway there?
I've been there. I actually prefer the wine store. I don't know if it's still there, but I tend to frequent the Woodhead Distillery. It's a little better, a little more interesting. So, and then they have a really nice coffee shop right there on the edge of the highway. It's I can't think of Higher Grounds, I think it is. No,
That's where we are.
no, that's where you guys are, isn't it?
Well, anyway,
Any Happy Dollars, or
yeah, we only had one. Yes, sir.
you got more of a message to give us here? or-
I don't. We had time.
I thought it was the program.
I'm happy. My daughter and son are both coming in, I think tomorrow. My daughter's flying in tomorrow for sure. And I'm gonna stay for 3 or 4 days. A nice little visit.
Wedding date yet?
Wedding date, yeah, Friday, August 19th in Maple Valley, Washington. My daughter airfare last night. No, 2 nights ago.
Very nice.
Yeah, looking forward to it. I think it's a ploy to keep the attendance to the wedding down, you know, and that keeps costs down indirectly. And we're getting calls from Trish's sisters. Like, "Oh, this is not ready before that song." I'm like, "Perfect."
You know, this is being recorded.
They'll never.
All right. Yes,
So
Russ.
I have a happy buck and a sad buck all the same. My daughter got so she graduates April 30th and she starts a new job that she accepted on May the 16th or something like that, 19th, I forget what day. So happy for her. Charleston, South Carolina, so, so it'll be nice to visit her, but, you know, we're internally sad because she's gonna be so far away, but she's excited.
What will she be doing?
Speech, she's gonna be doing home health therapy for babies, for kids.
Wow. Speech?
Speech.
There's lots of people in the South that need speech therapy.
Nah, that's why jobs are so abundant there.
All right. Tell my southern friends. Well, President, you're gonna turn it over and enlighten us about our club?
Here now.
Oh, we got one from there. Party hat.
This is a late dollar.
All right.
Debris on the highway.
I actually left without my phone. I have to go back.
So, good morning, you guys can hear it okay? Jack?
Yep,
Jack, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. So Brian is aware, but just for you guys, had to have a couple of procedures a few weeks ago, cardio procedures. Interestingly enough, both were outpatient, but the problem was I was running short of breath very, very quickly. And after a stress test, I had to have a cardio cath, which revealed that it wasn't a significant blockage there, which is a good thing. But the following week, I had to have what's called a cardio ablation, which did take care of it. I think well, I won't say I'm 100% back, but so improved a lot, very aware, noticeable, and seems to be improving every day. So getting better.
Very good.
Thank you.
Good.
I'll bring $1 to you, Tom, next time I'm there.
Be awesome. Well, glad you're doing good, Jackson.
Thanks.
Just think, praying for you.
Appreciate it.
Club stuff. Jerry, did you have some minute stuff that you, minutes from our last meeting at all or not? Or we'll just try to go from memory here a little bit?
I do. I can pull them up. I didn't know if you wanted, I didn't know if somebody would bring copies.
Yeah, we don't need copies, just in case we miss things, would be good. 'Cause I don't have any notes
Okay.
on that.
You want me to pull them up on the screen?
If you want, it doesn't matter. But I will start, we'll do the club finance stuff. Especially since Bruce here. I do have copies of that. Dave made some copies, so I'm gonna pass this around with you guys. Yeah. Some of those.
Yeah. Yeah. Some people thought I was really
So in a nutshell, we have money still. That's good. Ruth, you want to go over a couple things?
Let's see. Number for what the, well, expenses that are coming up would be, we have.
We got a grant for coats.
Okay, here's, that was July first, so, we do have to pay with Paul Harris, numbers fund, which was 400 there. Let's see. But at any rate, we're gonna be okay, that's why.
So that's right. Yeah, I'm kind of put you on the spot there. So the board has been spending money on a lot of different projects. You know, and we'll hit on a couple of those in a minute, but really most of our projects have been completed. But the board's been spending money. You know, we had the coat project. The hoodie project is something we haven't paid off yet. That's going to be $500 to Rittner. The hoodies have already been made and distributed. We just haven't received the bill yet.
The dictionary Bible is a good one this year because we did a 2-year thing, so that's why it was good.
Since we did the dictionaries last year, we did it for 3rd and 4th grade this year. So they've all been distributed also, so everything's good there. And we've got another project, but was funded through a health grant. I guess we'll hit on that in just a second. But that's pretty much all we've got. Any questions on the financial part of it? Everybody's happy? Yeah.
The fines and happy bucks amount that's the portion that also goes to the foundation, because I see you also have a 50-50 in the fines and happy bucks all go to the foundation as well, I believe. And we
That's
just have
what we've
the
traditionally, I think that's what we've traditionally done.
yeah, we set the members matching and stuff like that.
Did we not discuss possibly using some of that to offset the cost of the gas with the 76 cents?
I don't
Or we didn't
know.
make a decision, we kind of talked about it.
Yeah, I think we've got enough money in the bank to not do that. I think traditionally we've always sent that to Paul Harris.
We have, except I think last year we might not. I think we might have put it in community.
Because we were at 20,000.
Yeah,
That's it.
but every other year that I remember.
Well, then that kind of carries over into Paul Harris. If you notice on here, foundation, we're at $714 per capita, and Kirkwood is right behind us at 620. So I think there's, the board had talked a little bit about maybe we can get up to that $1,000 per capita that we did last year. So
Easier than they can.
easier than they can, right? The fact that they made it there is pretty impressive.
It is.
They've got 40-something members, is that right? Whatever, they got a lot bigger club than we do, and for them to make it 614, pretty impressive. But anyway, so we will have that 2 months again in May is when we always. It's May, yeah.
It's the money that's raised this year is the money that Jerry here spent, all right?
Yeah. I don't know. So I think it is.
So anyway, we are going to try to make a push again, to try to get to that $1,000 per capita, like we did last year.
Going to another maximum.
Yeah, in May. The board hasn't officially approved that, but I'm sure we will.
And if anybody wants anything billed on their account, so that it's all there.
Question, I saw there's a Rotary link for disaster aid for the Ukraine situation. Would that count toward the club?
That's just individual, okay.
So foundation is doing good. Polio, I think we're at $3,000 and our goal is 2,000, if I remember correctly. So that's good. Membership report. Oh, the presidential citation. So, every year there's different categories to meet for the club to meet the presidential citation. And we went through those recently, and we seem to feel confident that we've already met 13. We have to meet at least 13 of the different points, and we feel like we've met 13 of those. So we just got to get those all turned in. So the club should feel proud of themselves for helping reach all those goals. Membership report. Chuck's our newest member. So that's doing good. Oh yeah, Bruce. Everybody should have gotten a thing on the club about Bruce being proposed as the representative for the corporate membership for Rittner. Rittner is kind of requested to do that, and that allows Bruce to be the representative and other people to come in his place, including Michael Camps. The board voted to make Mike an honorary member, so he can still have communication and feel welcome. He acted like he'd like to get back involved at some point when work's not as crazy as it is right now for him. So Bruce should be the level, the time that people can still respond to him goes to Tuesday of next week, if I remember correctly, Dave.
Right.
So next Wednesday, we may be inducting him. I guess maybe we'll see if everything's in by then or not. If not, we'll do it the week after. So that's membership. Gary, you want to talk about RILA?
Absolutely. You've got 2 students registered, signed up, and they're all ready to go. And I talked about it at last week's meeting, but Jack wasn't there. Jack, I get an extra snack cake in my goodie bag this year from Valerie, because this is the earliest we've ever had both students signed, sealed, and delivered for RILA. So, yep. So I'm very excited. One from Rittner, one from Parkway North. So it's I'm excited about that.
We did get photos, posted on the website and, Facebook or whatever, is that right, Mitch, on some of the different projects we've done, including the CAP grant and the hoodies most recently. Did those get posted, do we know? Okay, but we got them, right? Okay, all right. Scholarships, I know Ann's working on scholarships. And Bob, Ann and Bob, and maybe somebody else, Jack, it wasn't you, was it?
Yeah.
that was-
I've been involved, but not recently, yeah.
okay,
I was at the meeting with
Jerry, that's who it was.
Pride and Promise.
Yeah, you want to talk about that real quick, Jerry?
Yeah, we met with the president of the Rittner Pride and Promise Foundation, and Bob and I, and got everything lined out on Ted's donation to the Pride and Promise Foundation. They were not aware that an agreement had been signed, that it's a Ted Matkin, Overland Rotary were involved with the selection. It just appeared all of a sudden in there as a donation, and they were extremely excited. They're still extremely excited that just lost my train of thought. They're still extremely excited that they got the donation and that we can help more students. We've got some discussions going on with them on what the best way to use that money is, and hopefully more information will come out to you guys later at that, but it's going to go to help Rittner students go to college. And apparently I've been talking with, I talked with their college counselor. There are going to be more students applying for our trade school scholarship. I think she said maybe 14 or 15 applying for that this year. I spoke with her by phone one day last week.
So good. So you can see on here some of the service stuff that we've been spending the money on. So we got the scholarship thing that we're still working on. The Make a Change grant, which was for some computers, or what do we get for the food pantry?
But we get
It was
the one computer for the change maker.
right,
And we did the
and then the
laptop,
CAP grant.
iPad, and the printer for the cat.
Right, okay. And then we did dictionaries and the code project and the hoodie project, which really are two separate projects. So that ended up, we spent some money this year, so we had some that were sitting.
I don't know if it's listed under new business or not. I did apply on behalf of the club. There is a health awareness grant that the district is giving, and it's $1,000 flat grant. We don't have to match it. And I'm pretty sure we're going to receive that. They had way more applicants than what they initially had money scheduled for, but I talked with Julie Hahn and they said they needed more coats. Unfortunately, by the time we get everything ordered, hopefully spring has sprung and we won't need them, but at least they'll have them to get ready to go for next year.
Jerry, in yesterday's mail, we got a check from the district for $984, and that's what.
Oh, great. Okay,
Right now.
so then we can get those courts. I can't talk, I can't type, coats.
Where's that speech therapist?
So now, Dave, Robinette, I'm understanding that now that we have the check in hand, I can order the coats, correct?
That is correct, yes.
Okay, I will work on that today.
Okay, very good. So that's another project that the district funded. And of course, this all comes back to the money that we've given to the foundation to begin with. So even though the district funded it, we funded the district. So anyway, it's good to see it going to good use type thing. Officers, Jerry, I'm gonna let you talk again because you know exactly how this is working.
I do? Oh my gosh. Okay. I thought since Jack was on, he had agreed to be president now for the next 4 or 5 years. So, see, Jack, you missed the meeting. No, actually, what's going to happen is I am president-elect. I get to go to Pets at the end of the month. I'm kind of excited about that. And I am going to be, so that means I'll be president next year. I will also be president for half of the, I got to get my years straight, 22, 23, and Dave Moeller will transition into the president of the club for half that year. And if my district governor nominee, which is what I will be in beginning July 1st, if that starts to take up too much time, we may have some people fill in the presidential duties. I don't think it will. I think it'll really kick in hot and heavier when I'm governor-elect. But so basically, Dave's going to transition into the presidency in the 23-24 Rotary year. So I was very excited. I stopped in and talked to him, and a couple of members that talked to him as well, and was very excited that he agreed to do that. So that's where we are there. And we have, let's see, Dave is the secretary. Tom is going to be sergeant at arms. Ruth will be the treasurer. Let's see, Al is going to be membership chair. Anne is going to work on scholarships, although she expressed a desire to kind of transition out of that. So I have to talk with someone. I have not talked with that person yet. I want to talk with that person and see if they will get involved in scholarships again. So we'll see. Yeah, I saw it. I saw Jack look down at the screen there. So, but I'll reach out to you, Jack, my friend, who brought me into Rotary, by the way. I don't know if you guys remember, but way back in 2002, 2003, Bill Cordy called me into the office and he said, "You need to get involved in the community." And I said, "I am. I've been PTO president." "No, you need to join one of the organizations." And Jack Williams happens to be in Rotary, so that's the one you're going to join. So back in 2002, Jack, you and Bill wrangled me into Rotary, and look at me now. Wow. Yeah. So, but at any rate, those are our. I don't know if I missed anybody. Mitch is going to be public image chair. So.
Foundation chair.
Foundation chair is Bob is going to stay on as foundation chair.
All right, very good. So thank you, especially Dave for stepping up and Ruth for continuing on as treasurer. And you too, Jerry.
Thanks.
And fundraising, so, because of COVID, we didn't really do any fundraising stuff, and we're hoping, everybody, when I say we haven't done anything, I mean, our members have, most of our members have graciously continued donating money towards the community chest as our fundraising event for the last 2 years because of COVID. But hopefully this next year, we'll be able to get back to doing real events that we bringing in money from outside the club also. So that's doing well. AV equipment says completed for now, but that was written before. We've added this piece to the mix.
After last week's person here, microphone here.
So anyway, we've got that now. So that's the thanks, Dave, for taking care of that. Club, what's that?
Put on the side or something.
Club anniversary. So a couple things on that. So our 75th club anniversary is going to be on Friday, May 6th. So we are going to, and Bob is organized for Greenbrier to be the place where we post that again, so we're looking forward to that. He's starting to look at menu and things like that. We actually are planning on unveiling, officially making our name change, going with that. At that time, we'll talk about that in just a second. And we're trying to, since it's our 75th anniversary, we're wanting to invite certain people that from the district that we'd like to have there. And so we're working on that list type thing. We'd like to get a little committee together to talk about this a little bit. We're going to meet after our meeting on March 23rd, if that's a Wednesday, going from the top of my head. So in a couple weeks from now. Bob Horton's on vacation for a couple weeks, so we want to wait till he got back. So we'll do a short little meeting, maybe 20, 30 minutes after our meeting here. March 23rd. Todd, if you're available, we'd love to have you involved with that. So.
Deer in the headlight over there.
I'll put my phone down.
I learned from Jerry.
What the hell was that?
You're in charge of the anniversary today.
No.
To help
I'll
with
attend the May 6th thing.
yeah, the date on there is wrong. It's May 6th.
Could you stay after on the 23rd to help plan the anniversary?
Get some input from.
Well, it's not on Cinco de Mayo.
No, it's on May 6th, which is a Friday.
But the minutes say May 6th. What are you talking about?
Okay, name change. So as y'all know, that the club did all the voting, and the winner by quite a bit was Spirit of St. Louis Rotary Club. And then I'm going to let Dave take over on what's happened since then.
And I'm gonna turn off the recording so Rotary never finds out what I'm saying.
I don't think they have a big police department.
You wouldn't be surprised as the emails back and forth. Literally, Darwin San Pedro, which a few of you I know. Darwin is our club and district support representative for all. They assign various people to various places. I've worked with Darwin for years. He's a great guy. We exchanged over 30 emails on Monday, I guess it was. I'm trying to remember the date. I submitted the paperwork. Spirit of St. Louis Rotary Club. Well, first of all, it has to be Rotary Club. Oh, okay, fine. But is Spirit of St. Louis copyright? No, I did look it up. No, it is not. Then it became, well, it doesn't give a specific geographic location.
St. Louis.
They wanted specific, like Maryland Heights.
Yeah.
And, oh no, I've got the whole post of emails.
Yeah.
So I will be very honest, I think I wore them down.
Good.
Because yesterday I get an email, I finally had enough. And my sarcastic nature got the better of me. I said, there is a West St. Louis County Rotary Club in our district. That would be to the south and west of where our territory is. We do not touch their boundaries. Why can't we use St. Louis in there? And then afterwards, it was reminded, we have Southeast Missouri Service Club. Now you want to talk about a very generic area. So I finally got an email back. And I said, one more suggestion, one other suggestion. The Spirit of St. Louis County Rotary Club. While St. Louis County encompasses 91 different municipalities, some of which already have clubs, so we're thinking our territory would be the Midwest, because he's saying the territory should be listed as St. Louis County, which is not it. He finally came back yesterday and he said, all club localities now go by Rotary Club. Oh, okay, fine. As long as the other clubs in the county are fine with the name, the DG is okay with the name, it should be fine. Did you talk to the DG? So I emailed Margie yesterday and said, I know you already know about this. Are we good enough for that? And she said, I think it's great. So yeah, we finally got it.
Have you talked to anybody?
No,
Don't,
I don't intend to.
yeah.
No.
What is, so,
So it will be the Rotary Club of the Spirit of St. Louis County.
We have to get big shirts to fit all that on.
We don't have to use everything.
so there are guidelines that were on their website that said that we could put Rotary Club at the end is no longer valid.
And I argued that one too. I pulled out, because there comes a point, this is why Rotary headquarters doesn't understand, sometimes you all are the enemy. And y'all haven't figured this out yet, you know? There are no Rotary police teams. What they really wanted us to do, I know you talked about it, you mentioned it to me and a couple others did. I think the real thing was, Marge and I talked about it. When you move, so keep the club in Overland and make this a new club. That's not,
Yeah.
and frankly, when we were meeting at Russo's, we were close to Overland. We weren't even Overland then.
We were in the city of Overland,
Different
that
zip.
zip code. but
Oh, it is
we're in the
still
city
part of
limits.
the city. I'm sorry, I stand corrected on that. Thank you.
Some parts are paid, so.
Yeah.
But
The south side.
Post office.
so anyway, the end result is we do have it. Well, that's not gonna stay. We do have the name. It's one hell of a long name.
Don't have to use it all.
We don't have to use it all. I know you and I talked for a while and the board did by email about shortening St. Louis to STL. We can decide what we want to do with that, but we've got the name approved.
Good.
Finally. I need to email him today and say, yes, I talked to Margie. Yes, she's good with it. We had club assembly. Yes. The club is good with it, right? Yes. Okay. And,
It'll be there.
oh, shut up. Just don't go
I
there.
came up with it last night. Robinette Rangers Rotary Club, St. Louis County. Because you did so much work for this.
I told
The honor.
I told Brian that I didn't know that part of this was signing up to argue with RI about the name.
Oh,
But I got to the point where, you know what, I don't push somebody where they don't care anymore. I'm pretty much at that point right now with that. So,
So it'll-
Todd, a number of years ago, when you dropped back, I very much understand where you came from.
Well, when I founded the Paddleville Club 22 years ago, and I was sending in a list of members out of Paddleville, Weldon Spring, the official name of it. Some of them had their address listed as St. Charles, Missouri, and I got a lot of blowback. I'm like, no, you don't understand. I said, anybody that lives in St. Charles could call it St. Charles, Missouri. It'd be 63301, 63302, 63304. It's just the way the post office is like us. Post office really prefers, like my address at my office, to be 95B3 Lackland, St. Louis, Missouri 63114, not Overland, even though Overland is a town.
If it's a
Yeah.
631, whatever, it's St. Louis.
Yeah. So it took a while for them to say, oh, all right. And this was back in the meets and bounds days of Rotary, where we had to delineate exactly where this club's territory was. We're now moved into the locality business. And, you know,
Well,
we're kind of in the spirit of St. Louis.
the other question they asked was, the Darwin asked was, so how will they know where you meet if it's not specific?
Look it up on that TV.
My sarcasm really got the better of me at this point. I said, well, our district uses that TV. We have a website and it will be updated in RI's own club locator.
Yeah.
I didn't say so there, but my brain was thinking it. I mean, of all the
You
stupid
said this
things.
is not a third world country.
No, we have this thing called the internet. We can, I mean, really? So anyway, it is now finally almost done.
But when I, in my email the other day, when I Googled it, I went like 5 6 pages deep and we didn't have to go at all the things that you were said, Rotary Club St. Louis, Rotary St. Louis County or whatever, we didn't show up at all.
But
We're not in there.
it's not, well, if you put Overland in, yes, we're not in there because that change wasn't effective.
Yeah, no, I don't mean about our name now, I mean in general, I couldn't find us on Google. Which I don't know how you, remedy.
Because we don't have a true location.
Well, sure, Google search, it ought to come up.
Overland Rotary Club.
I couldn't get it to come, why didn't you Overland?
Yeah, because see, Spirit hasn't been,
I know, I'm not, nothing about Spirit, I'm talking about us.
St. Louis County or.
I'm talking,
Oh.
how we've been forever, I couldn't get it to come up on Google. All the other clubs came up, so that's something maybe we wanna look at, is why we're not.
why we're not, yeah, that's a good idea. Thank you.
You got Overland Rotary Club?
Yeah,
I just did, let's just say I just did generic Rotary St. Louis. We don't show up in that list at all, but Kirkwood did, West County did, all the other clubs, if you put in a general thing, we're not in that
Okay.
bucket. So that's all, it's about the thing about when somebody be able to find it. If you're a Rotarian, you go to
Keywords on our
that.
homepage.
Huh?
It'd be
Keywords
keywords
on our
on the
homepage. There's a way to
Yeah,
put them at the bottom.
that's where I think you got something missing.
That I will do. I will look into because that is something we need to make changes on. Al, you had a question?
I'm a little confused. What is our name gonna be on our badge? Look, have we determined what we're gonna put on our badge?
not yet, we haven't, not officially.
We haven't determined that.
Not yet, the board will have to discuss it at the next board meeting.
Oh, okay.
We know the official name now and how we want to shorten it on the badge.
Yeah, for charter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or we could kind of DBA on
Right.
print.
And my thing on, use abbreviations and all that stuff, because you only got so much room.
I mean, even St. Louis County uses SPLCF.
Right.
Great.
So we are going to have the Spirit of St. Louis County Rotary Club.
They wanted county put in there, so.
Okay. Okay.
And in all seriousness, I know I said it jokingly, but anybody have, this is the time, because this will be sent up to RI. Anybody have any objections to that final name? that
It's
they-
actually Rotary Club of
The Spirit.
Spirit of.
Or we can just say Rotary Club of Spirit of St. Louis County. We don't necessarily have to have "the" in there.
Does it have to have word of in it? Because the Rotary Club.
Nope, it has to have "of."
Oh,
Does anybody have any objections to that?
Well.
I'll be happy to give you Darwin's email and you may most certainly pick up the fight from there.
You got a problem straightening it out yourself.
You got it. Josh.
As a new guy on the block, I want to say thanks.
Yeah.
That sounds like a horrible job, and
was-
you represent us well.
I appreciate it. I was in one of those.
My only response was, I'm disappointed.
I was in one of those.
We use it on any official documents except the things we send to RI.
Yeah.
Well, someone on there, when they voted, made a great comment, it's like, doesn't matter what our name is, it's what we do, that's what's gonna be most important, so, I was gonna be happy with whatever our name was, but, I'm glad to see that this is getting close to being done, so that we'll have this done here by our 75th anniversary.
They're just a town.
Location.
Okay, it gives more
St. Louis
location.
is too generic. However, Southeast Missouri is not too generic. Go figure.
Well, and there is a Rotary Club of St. Louis.
Yeah.
But They may have,
I think it would probably.
they may
try
have
to
wanted
separate
this to
them.
be separate. from
And that could very well be.
So we'll have to get you.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, so a couple other things, on this, it talks about the Narcan, well, the Narcan thing got replaced with the coats as our health grant that we wanted, so anyway, you can ignore that. Couple things, I assume most of you have received this, but in case you didn't see it, on this Saturday, the district is doing a Kids Against Hunger service project. It's going to be out in St. Peter's this Saturday from 10 a.m. to noon. They're needing people to help sort some stuff and everything is the way I gather it. So that's this Saturday. Did
And it's-
anybody not get this if they don't know anything about it, or?
It's gonna be at Mid-Rivers Mall.
Yeah, Mid-Rivers Mall, right. Also, I assume everybody got this responding to crisis in Ukraine. It's looking for individual donations. If you didn't get it, I can forward it on to you.
And our newsletter has
Has a link to that.
the link to RI stuff. As much as I give them credit for, they are really trying, not
Put it on
on this.
next week.
And I'll put it in for the next 2 weeks. Yeah, I'll keep that.
Okay. Yeah, Tom,
Our general secretary, John Bucco, his home club is in Ukraine.
is it?
In fact, he's a charter member of that club.
Oh, yeah, and he helped set up the government, which is in serious trouble now, some years ago, the lawyer.
Did he?
It's near, very, obviously very near to his heart.
Yeah, yeah. And let's say this went out to individuals, not the club type thing, so. And I will, I gotta give, and I know Dave helps with this a lot, but district's done a very, very good job of communicating with a lot of different things.
Send those to me, I didn't get them.
Didn't you? Sure. Sure. Also, the last little thing that I have in front of me is this, I received this last night, and I'm not sure that it went to everybody, but the district sent out their budget for this coming year. If anybody wants to see it, I've got it, I printed a copy if anybody's interested in it. If you want to see what they're budgeting for this next fiscal year, it's up here. Okay, what did I miss? Gary?
I
Jack?
think you got it all.
There's something called a journal. You missed that part. Just saying.
Yeah, I wasn't real sure. It was probably about like 8:45 or something like that, just so our members know that we really put a lot into our board meetings.
Our board meetings get off track sometimes too.
No.
Yeah, it was probably like 8:18 or 8:19, something like that. Here, we'll just put that in 8:23. How's that?
So we do have a drawing here. 50-50 money. And you want to pull it out of there for me? You can throw a dollar in now.
081, that's right here.
All right, now.
Okay, 9 clubs.
That's out of the 76.
All right. Anything else for the good of the club? Jack, good seeing you. Glad you're doing good.
Good to be back. Thank you.
Glad you're healthy, Jack.
Thanks. Appreciate it, Jerry.
And what's our program next week? Do you know? That's right. We'll figure it out. All right, everybody have a good week.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Well, I lost the driver.
Yeah.
Well, I visit my house, not being in the week out there.
Oh, really?
Work, like, days, taking lunch.
Oh, really?
Yeah.